Your life seems fulfilled, but don't you feel a bit stressful and depressed? Maybe not only yourself, but also this city, your environment, Macau. Therefore, Fresh Mob, such a new rising term, is passionate and energetic to give you fresh air and wake up Macau. Basically speaking, a Fresh Mob dance has 3 steps: unexpected gathering, 4 to 5 minutes performance, and natural disposal.
At the very first, one essential point must be clearly defined is official management. In fact, most of today's flash mob is called for by individuals. Therefore, we suggest changing this informal activity into the official one. Moreover, in cooperation with these 2 official departments as shown, a new committee will set up for flash mob team. The festival lasts for the whole March. Why? March is an off-season, and there is no significant festival in March.
Well, as the idea of Fresh Mob Festival is presented, now let's figure out how to make it work. Firstly, the first question we have to solve it is that the target market. We target on the visitors in Macau and potential tourists. Moreover, through the annual festival, we hope to attract more and more fresh mobbers around the world to join us in Macau, make Macau a passionate city, a cool place. But the question that how to make the Fresh Mob dance easy join, easy learn? Well, we will set up Fresh Mob team. Everyone and every dance club in Macau can apply for it. And also, we will invite some art workers to teach them to dance. The dance is simple, iconic, but powerful to pass passion.
Flash Mob Festival is a new and a passionate product. According to this survey, 67% of the people wish to experience it. Price? Everyone can join it for free, so it will attract more visitors to come. And place? We choose sufficient public spots to deliver flash mob dances, so the number of visitors will increase. And then, promotion. Media helps messages to fly to everywhere in the world, so the fame of Macau will be raised. And if you want success and profits, choose Flash Mob Festival in Macau. Yes. And we choose March as the festival month, so the Flash Mob Festival will increase the number of visitors in March.
Thank you for your presentation. And it is reported that tourists come to Macau are mainly for short-time visiting. How do you assure that they can really allocate time for nerd dance and to attend the show? Thank you.
Okay, so I will answer this question. I think tourists come to Macau and then they can experience it in 2 ways. They can allocate time to participate in this activity, or they can even just watch this activity to go on. And so we want visitors to experience it, and then they can have a feeling that passion is in Macau, and later on, they will think Macau is a good place. Also for consumption, and just I mentioned in my part that we can bring a long-term consumption.
Okay, flash mob. Cindy, very good speaker, good eye contact, yes, and enthusiastic. I like that. I think it's important to be enthusiastic. Diana, yeah, I think you improved. You really did from the semi-finals. Still a little bit hesitant. Winnie, I really like your gestures. You're really good. No kidding. I mean, and of course your English is excellent. And of course Sasha, you last the best. Very good English and good pronunciation and good eye contact.
So although you have identified the cost of 1 million patakas per year, I would strongly recommend how to make sure that that cost will also generate some revenue, some surplus to maintain that going concern. Because passion is good, but it's necessary but not sufficient condition for a commercial enterprise.
In the center of this stage, you cover your PPP. so it's not very good. Since stand at two sides is okay, and not move too much. Stand in one point and don't move from here to there. No, because if you move too much, perhaps audience will look at you and not concentrate on your PPT.
First, the comment is mainly from three professors, and we are glad to hear the comment from two aspects. One is about the presentation skills, and the other aspect is about our proposal, our business proposal. And in the first part, we are glad to have the feedback in both advantage and disadvantage of our presentation skills.
According to the judges' comments, I think I passed the passion to the audience, and that is a big success, I think.
I think the process is significant than the result, and no matter who wins the contest, I think. Do our best is the best.
Moving or not, we will continue to fight for our dreams.
Well, we just make every our efforts, and we haven't thought about too much of the result. So we just hope we can have good luck in the final. Advantages, so we just if they all performed well, so the result is not so important.
The average consumption for tourists who stay overnight is around 3,234 MOP per person, while for those who do not stay overnight, it's around 643 MOP per person. That means the marginal propensity to consume for those who stay overnight is higher than those who do not. That's why we designed a 2-day trip to make sure that the project is profitable. Now we stand in the perspective of a commercial organization to provide the multiple view trip in Macau, emphasizing the features satisfying various needs, and what's more important is to provide the internship opportunity for university students. Next, we are going to use the 4P strategy in marketing to illustrate the detail of our itinerary. Now I'll pass to Diane.
Now let me introduce our product, that is our route for the weekend trip. First, we start the day on Saturday morning. Our first destination is the Queen Street, which is famous for various restaurants gathering here. Next, we move to Four-Face Buddha for Bliss. Then we go to Tapas Houses Museum to see the four Portuguese-style architectures. Later, we experience a culture mix in Taipei in the morning, and now we rent a bicycle and ride it all the way to Cologne to embrace the nature. Here, we drop by at Lotus Dose Cafe to taste the original egg tarts. Then we go to Hassan Beach to go for strolling.
Then, when we think about promotion, we use some mass media to promote and advertise our product. We use channels such as magazines, flyers, newspapers, websites, and also advertise in Hong Kong in double-decker buses, which is quite common in Hong Kong. And finally, to the sponsorships, we will count on partnerships with the Macau Tower and Venetian to get the fees. We also have some partnerships with the universities. Also, we want to promote this program. We want to get the students from tourism majors to be the volunteer guides to our tourists. Why? Because this will make them increase their knowledge about the tourism in Macau. This would make them improve their language, such as English, Chinese, or another language they can speak.
In general, I think if you want to know a place better, you have to go to places not so famous. So, and I still have 3 years in Macau. As for me, or students, or people like me, how do you introduce a not so famous route for us?
Well, to know about a place, to know about a city, you should go to various sightseeing place. So we just choose something different and conclude and show people a colorful weekend in Macau. So we just choose something different from those famous places. Then people will be curious about the city by going in the place not so many people know. So I think they will have a different feeling of Macau.
What's more important, as we mentioned in the presentation, that we would like to develop the border gate in Cologne, and that place maybe most of people are not familiar with, but if you develop that gate, and more people will be able to see the scenery. Thank you.
Diane, a very good pronunciation, good English, and I think you might want to think about a bit more audience contact. Fernanda, very clear, good eye contact, good English. I think your mother will be very proud of you, I hope, and perhaps your professor too. So you did a good job, thank you. And Lucy, you look confident, so I think impressions are important.
I would recommend you even further to emphasize that focus of your segment. What is your market segment? You want, I think, mainly focus on Hong Kong tourists, because that's what's close by. You have to stay two days instead of just staying for a few hours in Macau.
That when you come, you weekend, but never mention about gaming, because it's the principle of the government. Whatever, what kind of the promotion event is, will be always in mind. Don't mention about gaming, casino, because usually for the image of Macau, we promote the culture, food, even wine, and shopping, but no gaming. So next time, please remember it.
We are happy to hear the appreciation, but I still have question to their comments. I want to know more.
Did very well, and all the comments were very good for all those groups. So it's quite difficult to assure if we can really win or not.
They will have their advantages and their shining points. So I think we are all good to win. Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
We are IC Change.
I'm Grace.
I'm Jessie. Our project is called Eyes on Macau. Eyes on Macau is a Macau tourism promotion project based on cultural exchange by foreign exchange students. So now let's take a look at the business case first. We divided into 5 parts. Part number 1, the product and process innovation. First, we will show you a video to let you know how we run this project, and then we will do the market analysis to let you see what is the feasibility of our project. And then you can have a look at the cost and the diversified promotional channels of our project.
At the beginning, the first thing we have to do is the recruitment. We would like to recruit some professional people as well as the volunteers into our teams, and they will be divided into the following functions. And they are HR functions, logistics, finance, information management, and external relationship functions as well. And all of these 5 functions will work together to fully support us. And then we will also prepare a package including the accommodations and everyday routines. And when they arrive in Macau, we will become much busier because we have not only to hold a welcome party at the beginning, but also a press conference to show their efforts at the end. And furthermore, we may become somehow a babysitter because we have to take care of all the details to ensure everything runs smoothly.
And our question is that, according to the presentation, I see that your project is lasts for 8 weeks, and it's almost 2 months. I think it's very long. And then how can you attract the tourists to go with you to the project for this long time? And they will have no patience to wait for so long. And maybe they come to Macau just for a short time in a stay, and then they will go to other places.
We think that our target is the journalism and communication students. So the project is relatively related to their major. And then the second point is that they do not need to pay money to go to Macau, because we will cover the expenses they spend in Macau. And the third point is that we will have the partnership with their original university, so they can transfer the credit after they come back to their original country.
I think both Grace and Jessie are really good. Both of you, I think you complement each other. In other words, well, let me sort of look at the individual evaluation here. Grace, very good gestures. That is really important for anybody who's in front of an audience. I think it's important to use gestures not to